Hello everyone, my name is Adrian Fernandez and I'm from the microcontroller team here at Texas Instruments. In this video I'd like to give you guys a quick demo on how to use our MSP430 F5529 LaunchPad and pair it with our CC3000 Wi-Fi BoosterPack. So I'm just going to plug these two things together here, and we're more or less going to create an application on how to introduce Wi-Fi connectivity to an embedded device. So now that we have these two things plugged together, go ahead and connect it to my computer via USB. And there you go. And to actually create this particular application, we're going to use a tool called Energia, which you can see here. So this is where you can find more information at energia.nu. And Energia is a community-driven, community-developed tool or software coding environment for our launchpads. And we can't thank the community enough for all of the work and efforts and contributions they made to this open source project, because they've really allowed a lot of customers to interact with the launchpad hardware much more easily, thanks to the availability of this tool. And as you can see, they're hard at work. They just released the latest version of Energia not too long ago, version 11 here. And that's actually the version that I'm using today. So I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. So this is Energia, and what we're going to do is go to File, Examples, Simple Link Wi-Fi, and we're going to use the simple web server example. So as you can see, Energia comes with a whole lot of different examples, but in this case, we're going to demonstrate that Wi-Fi connectivity that we're able to do with the hardware that I've got set up here. So in this example, Simple Link Web Server, we're basically going to serve up an HTML page that is going to be created by the LaunchPad. And through that HTML website, we're able to actually interact with the I/O pins of our LaunchPad. So we can actually toggle on and off different I/O pins. We can also read the state of an I/O pin, and I have that information displayed on the website. So we'll go ahead and click that example, and that'll open up a new window. And a few things to take note here is that the example is fully commented. It's very easy to digest. We've got a really nice Wi-Fi library that we're leveraging that makes that Wi-Fi connectivity that much more simple. So you can go ahead and take a look at that code, but for our particular purposes, we actually only have to change these two lines of code in terms of just getting something up and running very quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in my Wi-Fi network name and my password. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. There we go. So that's my Wi-Fi network name, and here's my password, and now I'm ready to go. I'll just hit this button here to actually compile that code and download it to my LaunchPad. So that's compiling now. The next thing is we can also identify here that Energia comes with a serial monitor. So we're actually going to be communicating with our LaunchPad using that built-in terminal. So I can go ahead and click on that, and that will open once my LaunchPad is done programming. So there you go. And within a few seconds here, we should see that the LaunchPad will send some of that diagnostic information back to the computer, notifying us that we have now connected to Wi-Fi. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit reset here. So it looks like I wasn't given an IP address by my access point. So let's go ahead and hit the reset button on the LaunchPad, reconnect to Wi-Fi, and that should hopefully allow us to get that IP address from my wireless access point. There you go. So that's the IP address that our LaunchPad was given. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. And I'm just going to jump to a web browser here. So as long as a computer or your laptop or your cell phone is on the same Wi-Fi network as your LaunchPad, you'll be able to actually interact with it through a web browser by simply navigating to the IP address your LaunchPad was given. So just going to go ahead and do that, and there you go. So now we're actually starting to see some of the websites or the web pages that our LaunchPad is serving up here. Just going to click on that button, and you can see some of that diagnostic information coming through on the hyperterminal. And now this is the interface that I have to my LaunchPad. So the first thing that we can do is we can actually turn on and off those LEDs on our LaunchPad. So let's try to get a better angle here. So I've got two LEDs on my LaunchPad. I've got a red and a green one right here. And by clicking on the green LED high button, you'll see that my green LED should turn on. Let me get us, there it is. That's a better view of it. So I'm just going to turn that back off. There you go, turn it back on. Turn the red LED on, Get both of them there. Cool. Turn the red LED off, turn the green LED off. So as you can see, I'm able to interact with our LaunchPad pretty quickly using these URLs that we've created in the code of our LaunchPad. So in addition to controlling I/O pins, we can also read the state of I/O pins, as you can see here. So I've got 2 push buttons on our LaunchPad, and I'm just going to go ahead and push those 2 buttons down here with my fingers. And by pressing those buttons, I'll hit refresh on our web server. And by default, they're set to high, but as you can see, when I hit the refresh button, it goes down to low. I'll let go of 1 button here, hit refresh again, and now just one of the buttons is showing up as low. If I let go of both buttons, hit refresh, they should both go back to high. And the reason that they're high by default is simply because we have a pull-up resistor tied to this switch. So by default, they're at 3 volts. If I press on that switch, they go down to ground, which gives us that low signal, as you can see here. So there you have it. So what's exciting about this is that this is a very sort of simple application of demonstrating that type of interaction with a device, an embedded LaunchPad, over Wi-Fi. And this really starts paving the way to home automation, because the same exact way that we're toggling an I/O pin to turn an LED on, we can actually use that exact same use case for activating a relay, for example, and then suddenly home automation applications are that much more possible, thanks to LaunchPad and Energia. So that's all I've got on my side. Thank you so much for watching. You can find more information at ti.com/launchpad, and you can find the latest version of Energia at energia.nu. Alrighty, well, thank you so much.